There's so many open source tools now that it is incredible the amount of tools out there. It's becoming confusing even to understand what's the best tool. Even if you pick the best tool, what's the best library? You might find 7 or 8 different libraries for a particular analytics problem you want to solve. So it's confusing. It feels like data is kind of exploding, but this is like the Wild West of you know, explosion in data and growth, and it's not. It's sort of unstructured, but it's incredible what's being achieved. It's like the land grab, I suppose, in the Wild West, but whereas land is a limited resource that needs to be competed for, data is just an expanding resource, which is incredibly creating massive, massive opportunities. So data on its own isn't enough. These data sets are complicated. We have to bring them together from diverse sources that were never designed to work together in the first place. And we do this through cloud-based applications. So we try to make our applications user-friendly so that they're accessible to business analysts, decision makers, who would not necessarily have deep training in data science. So the data is presented in a form that can help people make better decisions. The workflow of data analytics is kind of stuck in the desktop age, where people might email Excel files around to each other. And that's dangerous in a number of instances. Who's got the latest version of the Excel file? Okay, you might put it on the shared drive, but who's made changes to that Excel file? Those changes probably not tracked very well. There's no process there. The workflow is kind of broken. Things have moved on with the likes of Airbnb and Uber. They understand that you have to collaborate using user-friendly cloud-based systems. So let's think about the workflow. This stuff, it has a fairly significant barrier to entry for, and I'm not thinking of the Aons in the world who can hire hundreds of data scientists, but your average, you know, business or company who is out there going, how do I get into data analytics? Well, for us, we needed a team of people just to get started. You need systems engineers to understand how to deploy cloud-based models. You need software developers who are going to do the back end. You need the front-end designers to do the interfaces. You need a data scientist. You need your data managers, data statisticians. You need your domain experts, which in our case are food scientists and nutritionists and toxicologists. So this is a significant barrier. You know, even for food companies that are global, they don't have this capability. So we help them with that. But we're thinking, well, how do other companies benefit from this? And that's where I suppose tapping into a community and resources, it becomes really important. So we built something that we needed to help us manage data, create models, create analytics in this kind of robust way that I was just talking about. And we think you might find it useful too. And this is a data science platform, basically, using all of the expertise we built up in deploying models on the cloud over the years. We've built a platform which will allow people to collaborate, first of all. So if you own data, but you don't know anything about analytics, you can plug in your data and collaborate with somebody. If you have a company that has analytics expertise, you can plug in through APIs your analytics expertise into this platform. If you're a decision maker who has data, you can request expertise, request suggestions, or you can join up with this community. So first of all, it's a bit like your Airbnb model. You have an online community. We have tools that we're building and have built, and we're selecting, actually, in the first instance, selecting the best open source tools to analyze data. So there's so much out there in the open source community that actually just being able to review all of this technology and make good choices around technology is a huge challenge, and we've done that. So we've selected the tools that we like and made them available to the community in a very easy-to-use format to analyze. That allows people to build models on this platform, giving them all the building blocks. It's kind of like Lego, except it's virtual, so probably a bit more like Minecraft. For any of you who have kids, probably know Minecraft. So it's a virtual Lego that you can build models. So we've created the building blocks because we needed them. And now we want to open them up to people because we don't know everything. We don't know everything about all the other domains of expertise in data analytics. We know a lot about predictive intake modeling, but we know there's a lot more out there. So these building blocks we think might be useful to people.